What's up guys, it's Leo from Jazz here, and I just wanted to make a quick review about this brand new M.I.A. Overlander Mini. I just got it a while ago and I just want to show you guys what it's all about and see if you guys are interested in buying this tent. I love it so far, so yeah, let's get started. All right guys, I'm going to show you the time it takes to open this thing up. Super quick. It's obviously going to be quicker than the time it is to put away since you don't have to stuff anything, but yeah, I'm going to show you guys how quick this is, and here we go. That is completely up. That inside, it's open. I accidentally left this open from last time. So that shows that you can leave that open, ready to go. Don't forget to set up these. I just did a setup time and I forgot these, so I had to redo it. Fortunately, some cars passed on this one, but should be good. I didn't set up the side windows because you don't really need those to be able to sleep in there. But yeah, that's the whole thing pretty much. Completely set up, ready to sleep in there. Super short time. I had a soft shell. It took me about the same time just to unzip the cover around that soft shell. So this thing's set up in a minute, you know, it's crazy. So yeah. So first we're gonna start on the outside of the tent. There's a lot of little things here that some other tents don't have, if this does. So let's get started with that. First thing is we have two shoe bags. So we have one here and one there. So you can have your shoes. I have pretty big feet. I'm about a size 14. So it's nice to be able to have two bags, one for me and one for my girlfriend. That is super convenient. You also won't be getting any water in them since this cover goes over it. So that's super duper nice. We also have some aluminum flooring on the bottom here. So this is not gonna bend when you put your knee down on the inside of the tent. We have the normal mounting brackets just like every other tent, mounted the exact same way. We also have these little straps. This attaches to the rainfly, so to make the rainfly not move and leave it tight, you're gonna go ahead and clip this in every single time. Alongside with these, most tents have these. The past tents I've had, they just hang like this. This one nice and conveniently has some Velcro, so you just go ahead and Velcro it right in there, so it's not going to move and flap around. It's going to keep more water out from that little opening that every tent has when it go ahead and folds over. Now moving to the side of the tent, we have these windows that I absolutely love. Most hybrid tents do have windows, but I have seen that a lot of them do not have the side panels, so they don't have these. This part of the window, they only have kind of like a straight across on the top, so you're not getting that kind of side shade. That is super nice in my opinion. You can also open and close these windows from the outside. Another nice thing is you can put these tent poles up from the inside in case you don't have a tailgate to hop on and put them in. So that is very helpful. Overall, I love these windows. They have the little sticks that go into the circles, which lets you roll them all up. So this one you can roll up there, and the mesh you can roll up right here, as well as on the inside if wanted. Another thing is that you do have the struts on the outside of the vehicle instead of on the inside. Some past models have it on the inside, but it does take up a lot of space. So it is nice to have it on the outside, have all the space inside to sleep on. Now kind of working our way from the exterior to the interior. Let's start with this telescopic ladder. It is black, love the black. A lot of tents have kind of the gray, chromey looking ones. This one's black, love the look, nice and sturdy. It's not gonna fall on you. So let's kind of make our way up here. We're gonna have these tent poles, kind of like every other rooftop tent, attaching from the little hole in the corner up to the rainfly. the rain fly can be taken, not really taken off, but moved back. So we have some Velcro right here. You can undo that, take it off the tent pole, and work your way backwards, which will make it so that up there in the back, you can go ahead and roll it up. As well as taking the elastics off like we were talking about earlier. How you roll it up is you actually have to go up through the sunroof, which we will talk a little bit more about in a second. Let's get into the padding a little bit. This padding I would say is about a 2-inch padding. It's very comfortable actually. I didn't expect to be as comfortable as it was. It has some nice slick black cover on it. Love the look of this. I am going to put a blanket on this since this does seem to get a little bit cold at night. So we're going to put kind of a softer cover over this just for the colder months. Now kind of making our way a little bit further into the tent. We have this cable right here. This attaches to an LED light that you can see up here. One complaint I have about this is it plugs in via USB, which is completely fine. You can have a little power source, put it in that pocket right there, but there's no on and off switch. So to turn it on, you plug it in, turn it off, you unplug it. So that's a little complaint. I wish it had a little on and off switch, but the light is super nice. It's not too bright, which I know is a problem for a lot of people. They put lights up here that are way too bright. Another thing is the poles that support the tent are covered, so you're not going to get some dew on there. They're not going to get super cold at night. If you do not know about hybrids, they do kind of indent from here. They kind of come in, so you're going to get about 4 inches smaller on the ladder side, which is fine because that's where your feet are going to be anyways. All right, now that we are kind of fully inside the tent, show you guys the LED light again up here. These are the little sticks with the circles that you can attach everything in. Many other tents have the same way of attaching things. I love it. Super simple. For the ones on the outside, I usually just do one. For the mesh, you kind of have to do two. I didn't put this one on super well, so it's kind of saggy on that side. You do have all these O-rings around the whole tent. You can see them all. That is for an insulator. If you do want to buy that, if you're camping in extremely cold weather, you can go ahead and put the insulator in. You're going to be camping way warmer. So another thing that we have in here is these bags. They came open like this. That seems a little too big for me. It makes you seem like you have less headroom in here. So what we kind of did is we kind of fold like this, fold them up, tuck them in to the inside of the bag, keep folding, bring that cover and put it over the top. That keeps them nice and small, and even when you pack up the tent, they stay like that. So we have 2 of those bags to keep things in there. We don't use this too much. If you really want to, you can go ahead and cut them off, but this works just fine, and their footprint is very small. Now let's work our way into the windows. So like other tent windows, go ahead and have 2 zippers. Boom, boom. You can, again, roll this up with the stick in the circle. So you can roll that up if you do not want it to be taking a lot of space. Same thing with the mesh. I do have the zipper all the way in the corner right here. If you want to get even more airflow through here, you can open the zipper, and which opens the mesh, and there you go. You have a fully open window. You can really feel the difference of having mesh and having no mesh, feeling how much wind comes in here without the mesh on. So that's super great, especially me living in California. It's kind of warm out a lot, so this makes a huge difference being able to take this completely off. All right, now moving our way here. These are kind of the flaps that cover the gap that all the tents have. So you can see you have this other covering in there that we put into the Velcro earlier. This will go over here just to keep it even more watertight. Same with this side. Just kind of head and tuck that in. keep it as watertight as possible. This window is going to be the same as the other side. That opens to my truck side, and this opens out to the view. So another thing that really made me want to buy this tent is, let me lay down here, the sunroof. So the sunroof can open with the normally like that. So you can get the mesh, roll it up, put it on the stick with the loop, open this one, kind of same thing. So now you can see you have the rainfly up here. And like I was saying earlier, you can go ahead and roll up this rainfly all the way over here, and you can tuck it in back there and it'll stay there even during nice winds. So with the rainfly on, you cannot see out, but with the rainfly off, you can. And if you're going to be stargazing, the chances are that it's not going to be raining. So just go ahead and take the rainfly off, leave the mesh on, and go ahead and stargaze. The reason why they did not go with the plastic here that some tents like the Yakima tents have is because they do after a while turn yellowish, which just looks crappy, and you don't want that. All right, something that I almost forgot to show you guys is this little pole here. So this pole makes it so that the actual tent can't fall over even in strong winds. So this is held up by the struts. If you have extremely strong winds, you do have the chance of this falling down, even though the struts are very strong. So they give you this pole. This will attach in here, so it's in there like that, and then this will expand and attach to this. So you can see there, that is exactly how you want it. You will go ahead and pull this apart to put some pressure and click that down. That'll leave it nice and shut. You won't have to worry about this coming down at any point in any conditions. Then you have this little stick. Looks kind of funky, but this actually serves a really nice purpose. If for some reason water is pulling up right here, flip this boy around, and now you have a high point which will make the water run off to the side and not pull up there. So if you're in stormy conditions, weather's harsh, go ahead and do this and you should be completely fine. Last thing I want to show you guys that as well I almost forgot is the bag for the poles is actually right here. This makes it so that you don't ever forget these. Make sure after you take them off, always put it back in here. There's going to be two long ones. The long ones go in the front. So you can see this is the long one. I went ahead and put some red Sharpie in the tip, which shows me that they are the long ones before taking them out. I also super glued these little plastic tips on them because they were falling off. I did not want to risk them falling off in the tent and start scratching up the tent while it's packed up. So that's why I did go ahead and super glue them on there. And then I put the red tips on the long ones, which is only 2 of the long ones. And there is 4 of the short ones for the 2 side windows. All right, now I'm gonna show you guys how to pack this thing down. So I did put down the side windows since you might not have those up when you're doing this. So they are down. The front door is down since you're probably gonna have that down too. I did leave these up since that is part of the takedown time, since you're probably always gonna have the rainfly up. So let's get started. As you can see, we put it away. Did not take that long at all. If you have had a soft shell before, and if you have not, you do not realize how big of a difference it makes to be able to put something away this quick. Maybe if you're new to rooftop tents or something, you don't think that looks that quick. Wait until you have a shell that, or a tent that does not pack up that quick. You will realize how big of a difference it is to be able to pack this thing up real quick, pop it up real quick. You can just come to the lake, go on the side of a little dirt road, pop it up, have a little view, hang out for a little bit, and then put it away and leave. You know, it takes no time. All right, finally going over some things I do like, I don't like, and then some little things I kind of forgot to talk about. You have these little bags. I think I did talk about them a little bit, but not too much. You can put your phone in there. That's what I usually do. I usually put my power supply in here too, to be able to plug that in there. First thing that I don't like that this doesn't turn off and on. That is super annoying. I don't understand why we couldn't have that, but you can also put your own. It's completely up to you guys. I'd probably have a lantern in here, hang it up here or something. Another thing I don't like, these bags aren't super nice when they're long, but now that we figured out how to pack these up, it's way nicer. We don't use them, like I said. We don't really want to cut them off because when they're packed up like this, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, when they were not packed up, they were very long, kind of bulky. So we didn't love that, but now they're like this, completely fine. One more thing that it's not that I don't like, but it kind of scares me, is that some of the fabric seems really tight around here, and it scares me that it could rip. But like I said, I've had it for a while, and it seems like there has been no problem with that. That is nice for high winds, having nice tight fabric on the sides. If you're at the desert or something, those strong winds are going to start flapping your tent around because you're going to have a nice, strong, sturdy, tight fabric on the side. So that's a plus. But it is scary to have that because you think it could tear, but it probably won't. One more thing, one thing I did forget about is you do have the tape around all the seams so that you do not get any water leakage in here. Things I love about the tent, I love the color. I don't really like the bright yellow, bright orange, all that type of stuff. I love how it's just gray. This stuff is not going to fade in the sun. It leaves it nice and dark in here when you wake up. I love that. I also love this pole, having this nice and secure, not having to worry about that. I love the pack up, the setup time. Customer service is great. Overall, I really love this tent. So if you guys want to go ahead and check this tent out, it's on M.I.A. Outdoors. So they go ahead and sell these tents. I believe they also sell at Costco, which is kind of new for tents. So you can go ahead and get these in Costco. I'm guessing they sell out pretty quick since the whole COVID thing. People are all trying to get into rooftop tents. So I believe they sell at Costco. If not, go ahead and look them up on their website. This has been an awesome tent. I'll keep you guys updated the more that I use it and the more that I take it camping. So thank you guys for watching, and always remember that every experience you have is just another story to tell. See you guys.